Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, markets don't seem to be worrying about coming bad news ahead of tomorrow's US March labour markets report. US initial jobless claims recorded a minor 2,000 rise last week from the week before, taking the total to 1.9 million. Tomorrow we get the March non-farm payrolls data, and markets expect employer payroll jobs growth to rise 200,000. You'll recall they rose 275,000 in February. Meanwhile, US exports of both goods and services were 2.1% higher in February than January. Imports were 2.2% higher on the same basis, so the overall trade balance grew fractionally in the month. Although year-to-date, the goods and services deficit decreased to 2.8% and remains about 2.7% of US GDP. For comparison, New Zealand's current account deficit is 6.9% of our GDP. It is a public holiday in China, Qingming Festival, although Hong Kong financial markets will reopen today. And global container freight rates continued their retreat from late January peak. They are now down 28% since then, down 3% in the past week alone. But that still leaves them 65% higher than year-ago levels. Bulk cargo rates eased 7% in the past week and are in fact now back to long-run average levels. Steel and iron ore prices are falling back, both near their lowest in the past year, probably an early signal markets don't believe Chinese demand will recover anytime soon. And speaking of commodities, a new report says that the world's population is shifting in a very significant way in an historic turning point. Also, it's not simply a matter of being static or declining. The nature of that population will also change. It'll be much older. The report estimates there will be twice as many people over 80 as under 5. Nearly 900 million over 80s worldwide by 2100. A period of unprecedented demographic and economic adaptation awaits our grandchildren. There seems little doubt that small countries will have many more options than large ones, but the pressures from outside will be enormous. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.35%, a little change from yesterday, and the price of gold will start today softer by $5 at $2,288 an ounce. But in between, it hit a new all-time high of $2,305 an ounce. And oil prices have fallen $1 to be just under $84.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just under $89 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at just on 60.4 US cents, at a quarter cent firmer than this time yesterday. Against the Aussie were softer at 91.3 Australian cents. Against the euro were firmer at 55.6 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just on 69.4 and up 20 basis points from yesterday. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David